Oh, good morning and welcome. Wherever you may be, baseball continues in the desert. First game of our doubleheader and our second to last day before the full day off throughout the league for Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Palm Springs Power taking on the Oregon Lumberjacks. Two teams where they're both looking to either find some momentum or maintain it. You have the Lumberjacks coming in winners of 4 of their previous 5 and winning back-to-back games. The Power, losers of their last 2, coming off of a thumping at the hands of the Washington Blue Sox, 13-3. And we have a fantastic pitchers matchups. Connor Gleason, the pride of Australia on one end for the Lumberjacks, and Trey Valka, the pride of Texas, on the other hand for the Power. I'm Evan Schmeizer, joined by Danny Machaj. I think we're going to have a good one, Danny. I think it's going to be low scoring, and I think both these starters are going to shine.
Yeah, like you said, 2 really good hard-throwing right-handers today, and I think it's going to be a quick game. I think hits are going to be rare, and, runs are going to be rare as well. So I'm excited to see these 2 big guys battle.
Once again, Connor Gleason will be the first guy on the mound. We'll take a look at the Power lineup. Chase Vincent will lead it off. You always want to keep him off base. Xiao Pin Ho, he's hot. He bats second. Jack Paulson will be the third man. Jimmy Kramer gets the start in the cleanup spot. Nick Knoll, the big first baseman, hits fifth. Danny Walsh, the all-world defender, hits sixth. Brandon Urban, right, he bats seventh. Christopher Guzman, the DH, will be the eighth man. Tyler Hendricks, coming over from the Grizzly, will do the catching and batting ninth. Second consecutive day that Stan Clyburn has needed an extra catcher, so he went to get Hendricks from the Grizzly. Well, it looked like we were good to go, and now the catcher Hendricks is going out to meet with Gleason on the mound. 2 guys not quite as familiar with each other, making sure they're on the same page as the meeting concludes. Gleason will feature a fastball sitting about 92, a changeup, along with a slider. Right on left the matchup, Vincent is ready to go as he waves the bat along his shoulder. Gleason out of the stretch, and the first pitch is at the knees for a called strike. 10:01 Pacific Standard Time, 55 degrees with a light breeze going right to left. Gleason set on the far first base side of the rubber, glove at the belt. Short leg kick and deals. That ball's rocketed into right. It'll get in for a hit. Over to cut it off is Ryuyo Enomoto as he fires into second. Vincent with a loud base hit to get us going. 98 off the bat.
Well, Vincent likes to attack that first pitch. We saw it yesterday, and he got a hold of that one.
Vincent, always dangerous on the bases, comes into play, the league leader in stolen bases at 7. Right on right the matchup, Xiao Pin Ho is ready. Gleason set, out of the stretch. First pitch is inside, off the glove of Hendricks. It kicks away to the left side. Up to second goes Vincent. We'll see how that one is scored. So Vincent opened the game with a base hit and either a wild pitch or passed ball. 1-0 the count to Xiao Pin Ho. So the Power, a chance to manufacture a run right out of the gates. The second baseman, Robbie Wheeler, keeping the runner close. The next offering is fouled to the right into Sunrise Park as the count moves to 1-1. Xiao Pin Ho hitting .375, the 10th leading hitter in the league. 2 for 3 with a couple doubles yesterday in the loss to Washington. Gleason's next delivery is low, off the glove of Hendricks again. It kicks behind him, and he can't find it. Up to third is Vincent. Now Hendricks finally gets to the ball. Well, that will surely be a pass ball.
Yeah, I think that's 2 pass balls, and I don't know if the catcher's mitt might be not broken in enough there, Evan. Can't squeeze it.
Yeah, shocking to see. And Gleason, he sits 91, 92, but a pretty straight fastball. Not a whole lot of trickery. So 2-1 the count. Vincent at third. Scoreless game to get it going as the next pitch is hit foul at the plate. 2-2 the count to Xiao Pin Ho. Valka on the other end for Palm Springs would love an early run. Gleason stares in. Now he comes set. Still on the far first base side. And he deals a 2-2. Breaking pitch on the inside corner. Ho knew it. Backdoored him with that curve. One away and an important out for Gleason. The only player in the league coming from Australia. Has experience playing in the Australian League. 1-1, 1.20 ERA. His 6th game overall, third start, 11 2/3. A whopping 18 strikeouts with only 2 walks. First pitch to Jack Paulson is on the outside corner. Paulson has been a consistent force towards the top of this power lineup. Out of Northern State University, 333 with a double and 6 ribbies coming in. The next pitch from Gleason. Slow bounce, they're out to short. O'Hara charges, throws on the run in time to get Paulson, and Vincent across to score. So the Power are able to manufacture that run. They lead 1-0 with 2 outs in the top of the first.
Now batting the left fielder, Jimmy Kramer.
And that could be big, a game featuring 2 headline starters in the CWL where runs and hits could be tough to come by. So Jimmy Kramer, the next man up, slightly open stance with the blue helmet. The first pitch hits right off of his hand. 91 miles per hour. Kramer had nowhere to go. As he slowly walks up to first, as he wiggles his hand around. Fortunately, it looks like he's okay. Nothing he could do about that. That just came riding in on him. And Gleason, again, only coming in, walking 2 guys. Usually fantastic command. Well, and the athletic trainers do not come out. Seems like Kramer's good to go. Nope, now he walks off first base. Wonder if he's actually exiting the game. So he's going towards the dugout. As he goes down takes his helmet off. Yeah, looks like he is going to exit. There's Luke Chernesky to pinch run for Kramer. Well, and now Chernesky's going back to the dugout. Somebody else is going to pinch run for him. Bit of a circus going on. Pin on Lynn. Looks like he's going to be the pinch runner.
All getting hit on the hand is nothing to mess with. That thing's going to swell up pretty quick. Better to get some ice on it.
The first pitch to Nick Knoll is in for a strike. So in case you're just joining us, Vincent opened the game with a single. A couple passed balls and a ground ball out from Paulson led to a run. And Jimmy Kramer got hit on the hand, just exited. Pin on Lynn started early. No chance to throw him out as Knoll swings and misses at that one. So stolen base for Pin on Lynn, who's in the cleanup spot now. 0-2 the count to Knoll. Right on right. 1-0 Power. Gleason with another man in scoring position. Deals the 0-2. Fouled back into the screen. And you hope that Kramer's hand is nothing too serious. Still 0-2 the count. Gleason ready with a new ball. Kicks and deals. Towards the hole on the left side. Hits softly. And it gets through the left side for a hit. Rounding third is Lynn. He's going to score easily. The throw goes into second base. We'll see how that one is scored. Likely a seeing eye base hit for Nick Knoll. I mean, it looked like the third baseman, Chris Bliscoe, had a good shot at it. 2-0 Power. And that brings up Danny Walsh. Comes in tied for the league lead in doubles with 4. He's tied with Alejandro Lara of the Blue Sox. And the first pitch from Gleason is down and away. So now Trey Valka staked to a 2-0 lead out of the chute. That's the 6th RBI of the season for Knoll. Up and in with the next one, 2-0 the count. Some scattered clouds, mostly sunny day. Another cool, humid day in the desert. You would hardly know we're in the desert. The amount of greenery we're seeing on the mountains, especially the canyon and center. Gleason set, and his 2-0 delivery a little high. 3-0 the count. Noel at first after his RBI single.
Well, I definitely didn't expect this for Gleason out of the gate. You know, the power didn't hit so well yesterday, so looks like they're on it.
And the 3-0 pitch on the inner half, 3-1 to Walsh, who comes in hitting .364. No RBIs, at least according to Point Streak, despite the 4 doubles. Walsh, a very good athlete. The 3-1 from Gleason, fouled right over our heads. Heard some chatter from Brian in the PA announcer's booth. Few nerves from him as that was coming our direction. So 3-2 the count. Noel will be off and running. 2-0 Power, top of the first. And time is called by the home plate umpire. Looks like that's Brendan Boucher back there. So everybody said a deep breath from Gleason. The 3-2 breaking ball over the head of Walsh as he goes ducking and dancing out of the way. So he takes ball 4. It's now first and second with 2 away.
Up to bat, the right fielder, Brandon Erb.
And Gleason dealing with some bad luck behind him with the soft base hit for Noel and the passed balls, but not his best stuff early. So it's left to Brandon Erb. The Power already leading 2-0. First pitch is a swing and a miss by Erb.
Well, Gleason started off okay. He was hitting his spots the first couple batters and got a little bit away from him. His command is getting bad.
The 0-1 from Gleason, another off-balance swing and a miss that time from Erb. He's behind 0-2. The Power leading 2-0, first and second. Erb comes in a .286 hitter. 1 double, no ribbies. Out of San Diego. The 0-2. Swing and a miss again. Erb goes down on 3 pitches. So Gleason picks up a couple strikeouts, but the damage is done for the Power. They played 2 runs. Vincent got it started. Paulson and Noel with RBIs. Trey Valka will take the mound for the first time this morning. His Power leading the Lumberjacks 2-0.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Bottom of the first at Palm Springs Stadium in our first game of the day. 2-0 Power. The Lumberjacks will take their first swings against Trey Valka. We'll take a look at the Oregon lineup. Jonathan Pena leads off. Will Thomas, the DH, bats second. Kazuya Ohira, he's had a good season, hits third. Noah Ariola anchoring the middle of the lineup. He's the cleanup man. Chris Blisklitz fifth. Michael Forrest follows in the 6th hole. Carson Barker behind the plate bats 7th. Ryuyu Enomoto, the 8th man. Robbie Wheeler finishes things off batting 9th for the Oregon Lumberjacks. And with the one change in the field, so Jimmy Kramer had to be removed after being hit by a pitch. Pinon Lin came in to pinch run for him, and Luke Chernesky is the new left fielder. So we have that change all taken care of. And, of course, Valka on the mound, the 6'3", 195-pound right-hander. Out of the windup, deals to the lefty Pena, outside 1-0. He comes in 2-0, one of 6 qualified pitchers to not allow an earned run. Over 8 innings, 13 strikeouts, and no walks. Out of the windup again, and outside again. So he falls behind 2-0. And again, the power staked Valka to a 2-0 lead. The 2-0 pitch, right down Main Street for a called strike. The infield straight up. Outfield playing medium depth. Pena holds the bat low by his letters. Next pitch by Valka. Outside, 3-1. In danger of walking his first man of the season is Valka. Well, he's all ready to go. Holds the glove by his face. He brings it down for his windup. The 3-1. Swung on and missed by Pena. Might have gone after ball 4.
That was a great pitch, tailing down in the zone and caught the very bottom of the zone there.
The 3-2 is way outside, so the first walk issued in the CWL by Valka. And a leadoff base runner in the bottom half of the first for Oregon. Pena, who came in hitting .235, draws his 4th walk of the winter. So Will Thomas will be the hitter. The right-hander comes in hitting a .133. Both hits are doubles. The power set to turn 2. Pena inches off of first. The first delivery from Valka. Good pitch at the knees for a strike. Towards the first base side of the rubber out of the stretch is Valka. Middle infield pinching for 2. The 0-1. And that hits right off the hand of Thomas. Hopefully it just grazed him. It didn't hit him quite as flush as it got Kramer last inning. So a walk and a hit batter. Well, a start that we were not expecting, Danny. You had Gleason hitting a batter and allowing a couple runs, and Valka hasn't really found his command for the first couple hitters.
Yeah, you don't see 2 batters get hit in the hand in a game that often.
Well, and Thomas seems to be
pitchers.
okay. Oh, look out. First pitch goes to the backstop. Time is called. Did that one get a piece of O'Hara?
I don't know.
I don't know what the home plate umpire was signaling. O'Hara is not going to first. Maybe a foul ball? Well, now all 3 umpires are getting together. They must be deciding whether to hit him or it's a foul ball. For now, Pena and Thomas are standing at 3rd and 2nd respectfully. They haven't signaled to the press box what the count should be, nothing like that. O'Hara, who comes in hitting 200. And Valka's, he's missing in virtually the same spot. Towards the right-handed batter's box, that pitch was a little more up. The power leading Oregon 2-0. No outs in the bottom of the first. For now, we have 2 men standing on 2nd and 3rd. So the meeting concludes. And what's the call? Okay. So O'Hara's walking back to the plate. So they're not saying it hit him. And they're leaving the runners on 2nd and 3rd. So the count's 1-0. They're going to say that the ball did not hit anybody. Valka comes set. That pitch is off the hands and fouled straight back. So 1-1 the count. Wow, a crazy ricochet surprising some fans. So 1-1, 2-0 power. The infield playing back for Palm Springs. Valka with some work to do. Significantly open stance for O'Hara. And the 1-1, a little outside. Valka missed his spot. Well, the breeze has settled down at Palm Springs Stadium. Valka's ready. And deals the 2-1 outside again. Kind of yanked that pitch. You know, Danny, you're a Cubs fan, of course. O'Hara's kind of set up like a right-handed hitting Anthony Rizzo.
A little bit.
You know, the way the chest is facing the pitcher. There's a 3-1, is popped up right side of the infield. The second baseman Walsh is there. Nick Knoll, the first baseman, makes the call and the catch along the infield grass. An important first out for Valka as the runners stay at second and third.
Yeah, really big out for Valka, and I think it makes a difference getting that first out. Maybe your command gets a little bit better here.
So Arriola, the hitter. Right on right the matchup. Arriola holds the bat up high. First pitch out of the stretch is outside. So Valka walked Pena, which was his first walk in the entire season, and hit Thomas. Then a wild pitch has him on second and third. The 1-0 to Arriola is fouled right behind us. Arriola, the 6'3", 225-pound right-hander. Comes in a .375 hitter. No extra base hits, 2 RBIs. And with the infield playing back, a ground ball will give the Lumberjacks a run as they trail 2-0. The 1-1 with one away, way out in front of the curve is Arriola. A nasty, nasty pitch.
Well, now Valka seems to be back on track after that first out. This will be a big second out and make him even more comfortable.
Looking to pick up a strikeout is Valka as he comes set. Glove at the belt. The 1-2. Another breaking ball. Arriola comes up empty. A pop-up and a strikeout. No runs across for now for Oregon, and it's left to Chris Bliscoe. Boy, would this be huge if Trey Valka can escape this jam. Bliscoe comes in hitting 1 for 17. Right on left the matchup, the first pitch is on the outside corner. The Power picked up 2 runs in their half of the first, and Oregon threatening in their half. A deep breath from Valka, and he misses outside. As the count moves to 1-1. The breeze picks back up again. A cool, damp breeze. Some jackets and sweaters all throughout the bleachers. Valka's set, and the 1-1 is it slowly foul. That might have gotten a piece of Hendricks behind the plate. 1-2 the count with 2 away. Valka gets a new baseball. Bliscoe digs back in. Valka stares in, and he's ready to go. Trying to escape a jam. Power lead 2-0. The 1-2. Away outside. It goes to the backstop. Coming home is Pena. He'll score standing up. The second wild pitch of the inning from Trey Valka nets a run for the Lumberjacks. It's now 2-1 Power. Up to third is Thomas. Wow, and Valka was just 1 pitch away from getting out of this, allowing nothing. And then just a pitch that sailed way outside. Nothing Hendricks could do. So we'll try it again. The 2-2 pitch. Outside again. It kicks off the glove of Hendricks, but he keeps it around the home plate circle. 3-2 the count to Bliscoe. Will Thomas at third. And the Lumberjacks get a run, at least for now, without a hit. Taking advantage of a walk and a hit batter. Valka set again, his 3-2 delivery, fouled in and out of the glove of Hendricks. Just for a second, it looked like Valka had Bliscoe struck out. Still 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Power lead the Lumberjacks 2-1. Thomas a short lead off third, and the payoff again, fouled into the screen. A good battle from Bliscoe. Bottom of the first inning. A lot of traffic for 2 star pitches in the CWL. Gleason and Valka. The 3-2 again, and that's behind Bliscoe, and coming to the plate is Thomas. He'll score standing up. It's ball 4 to Chris Bliscoe. 2 walks, a hit batter, and 3 wild pitches have made it 2-2 in the first. This is unbelievable. I am perplexed.
Yeah, you said it earlier. I'm not sure this is exactly how we thought this game would start.
So the six-man Michael Forrest is the hitter. He takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Short lead at first from Bliscoe. The 0-1 is trickled foul at the plate. So Forrest behind 0-2. Forrest comes in hitting 133. Bliscoe does not look likely to run. He may be a step at most off the bag at first. Valka's 0-2 outside. Hendricks had the mask pop off as he went to lunge after that one. Valka trying to find it. The game is tied at 2 away in the first. Battling his command ahead of Forrest 1-2 as he comes set and he deals just outside. We've seen some bigger and then some circus-like big strike zones. This seems to be more of a true professional zone. 2-2 the count. Valka's ready again. And the pitch. Low. So another deep count for Trey Valka. Bliscoe will be off and running from first. Valka massages the baseball a little bit and now re-engages on the rubber. Slightly open stance from Forrest. And the 3-2 again from Valka. The runner goes. That pitch is fouled at the plate. So Bliscoe will trot back and will do it again. Still kind of at a loss for words. How this first inning has gone in a headline pitchers matchup. Valka set again. 2-2 is our score in the first. The 3-2 again. Down and away. The third walk of the inning to go with a hit batter and 3 wild pitches. And the inning continues.
Well, you could tell from the start, Valka just overthrowing. You know, he's not comfortable up there. He's trying to rush everything and those wild pitches and stuff. He's just got to calm down and try to hit the zone.
Time is called. We have a meeting on the mound. First and second, 2 away, bottom of the first. 2-2 is our score. Sport Clips are the pros in men's hair. They have cutting-edge stylists and hairstyles to give you a championship haircut. Make sure to check out their signature haircut service, the MVP Haircut Experience, which includes a precision haircut, hot towel, massaging shampoo, and neck and shoulder treatment. So a short meeting at that. Everyone goes back to their spots. The Lumberjacks have not recorded a hit in this first inning. They've scored 2 and a chance for more. Barker awaits his first pitch. And it's fouled into the screen. So Valka able to work ahead. Right on left the matchup. Valka dealing with the catcher Barker. Barker comes in hitting 188 with 3 doubles. 4 ribbies. The 0-1 delivery on the inside corner. Barker not a fan of it. 90 miles an hour with some tail. So Trey Valka ahead 0-2. As he stares in, he's ready to go. Trying to work out of any further damage. The 0-2 pitch outside. He's worked ahead of some of these Lumberjack hitters, but have not been able to put him away. Still way ahead, 1-2 the count. Barker awaits, and the pitch. Fouled into the screen. Well, some good at-bats these Oregon hitters are putting up.
Yeah, good at-bats, and they're taking advantage of Valka's, missed throws. And I don't know, I think Valka's just overthrowing still.
Luke Chernesky in left, playing along the line. 1-2 breaking pitch, misses inside. It's been almost all fastballs. I think that was the third breaking ball we've seen from Valka. Set again. The 2-2 at 2 away. Swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the inning for Valka. But the damage is done. 2 hits. No 2 runs, no hits, and 2 men left for Oregon. And we're tied at 2 through 1 on the CWL YouTube after a very strange first inning.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Top of the second at Palm Springs Stadium. We're tied at 2 between the Power and the Lumberjacks. Christopher Guzman, Tyler Hendricks, and the leadoff man Vincent are the scheduled hitters. Well, in the Power, against a very good pitcher in Gleason, put 2 runs on the board. Valka ended up giving it up, so it's a new ball game. A first inning that lasted nearly a half hour. This might be the longest singular inning we've had at the stadium, Danny.
Yeah, definitely. These games have pretty much been going quick the whole time. There's only been a few really long games.
So Gleason's ready. His first pitch to the righty Guzman is in there for a strike. Christopher Guzman comes in 2 for 14 with a double, no RBIs. A wide open stance as he rests the bat on his shoulder. Gleason a deep breath out of the stretch. Check swing on an inside pitch, and that got a piece of Guzman. Looked like it got him on the hand, or at least along the forearm. Well, he picks up the bat, tosses it to Joseph Bonaris as he pats him on the backside with the bat and shoos him on to first. And trotting to first is Guzman. Fortunately, he seems to be okay. The third man on both sides to be hit in the hand by a pitch. Now, granted, Guzman kind of threw his hands out there with the check swing. And on a damp, chillier day, that hurts a little more. The 9th man, Hendricks, the hitter. He swings to the first pitch and fouls it off the chest protector of Barker. Oh, what happened here? Catcher's interference, I guess is the only real call that could be. It was a late call, so Hendricks will be awarded first. Up to second is Guzman. Yep, so it goes down as an error on the catcher, and it's the leadoff man, Vincent. This game could not get more strange. First and second, nobody out. Vincent, who singled to start the game. And the first pitch to him is on the inside corner. 89 out of the right hand of Gleason. So a headline pitchers matchup, and neither guy is sharp early. Right on left the matchup. And the 0-1 hit hard in the center. That's in for a hit. Guzman's going to be waved around. The throw by Pena is way offline, but a late stop sign was put up by Stan Clyburn. Bases loaded with nobody out, and Vincent is 2 for 2. 94 off the bat after a 98-mile-an-hour singlet in the first. Guzman at third, Hendricks at second, and the leadoff man Vincent at first. Tied 2-2. The Power are threatening once again. Bases loaded, nobody out, top of the second. Chalpenho, who struck out his only at bat. The infield is in for the Jacks. First pitch breaking ball a little high. Shutdown innings always tough to come by. Gleason ready, glove at the belt, and his 1-0. Another breaking pitch. Out in front is Ho. 1-1 the count. The middle infielders back up towards double play depth after initially being in. Ho waving the bat ever so slightly by his helmet. 1-1 breaking ball. That comes back for a strike. 1-2. Ho has been hot coming in, fooled on those previous 2 curveballs. Gleason ready. A deep breath from him. The 1-2. Popped up, right side, and that should leak out of play. And it does. A couple youngsters go fleeing away from that ball, trying to guess where it could be. As everyone resets, we'll take a look at the Jacks defensively. Michael Forrest is in left. Jonathan Pena patrols center. Ryuyu Enomoto in right. Chris Bliscoe mans the hot corner. Kazuya Ohira the shortstop. Robbie Wheeler at second as the 1-2 is swung on and missed by Xiaopin Ho. So he goes down on strikes for the second time. Noah Areolas, the first baseman. Carson Barker behind the plate. And Connor Gleason on the mound, working his second inning in a tie game at 2. And now the base is loaded with 1 out. Jack Paulson, the hitter, he picked up an RBI on a ground out in the first. The corners are in, and the first pitch, check swing, called a strike. 91 on that heater.
That's a huge first out for the confidence and getting his command back.
As a massive jet goes soaring above us, the 0-1 with 1 away is fouled straight back. A good hack from Paulson. I don't know if you guys are able to pick up that sound, but it is loud at the ballpark with that plane. And we're used to seeing a lot of planes taking off from the Palm Springs Airport in center, but this is a loud one. Gleason ready, looking for another strikeout. The 0-2 at the bases loaded. Breaking ball outside. Barker had to go lunging after it. 1-2 the count to Jack. 2-2 is our score. 1 away, bases loaded, top of the second for the Power. Gleason ready again. As Paulson waits, here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, it's in the dirt, and it kicks up in the air and away from Barker. Guzman will come in to score. Up to third is Hendricks, to second is Vincent. The Power now lead 3-2. So the wild pitch frenzy has spread from Valka to Gleason. And Barker tried to backhand that breaking ball, which makes it even tougher. Second and third now, 1 away. The middle infield staying back. Corners are in. Paulson awaits the 2-2. And Gleason kicks and deals. A fastball on the outside corner, according to the home plate umpire. Trackman did not pick up that one. It looked like it might have been off the plate. But back-to-back strikeouts, now 2 away. A run is already scored thanks to the wild pitch. And Luke Chernesky will bat for the first time. So he came in defensively for Pinon Lin, who pinch ran for Jimmy Kramer. Chernesky swings and misses. Kramer was hit in the hand by a fastball in the first inning, had to be removed. So a lot of action in the cleanup spot for the Power. A base hit should score 2. Good athletes all the way around. The 0-1, right down the middle, 0-2 the count to Chernesky, who steps out, tries to gather himself. With a closed stance, holding the bat by his letters. Gleason ready. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, awkward swing and a miss by Chernesky. So after loading the bases with nobody out, Gleason's able to strike out the next 3 hitters. The Power do score a run thanks to a wild pitch. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. The Power lead the Lumberjacks 3-2.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Bottom of the second at Palm Springs Stadium, the Power now lead the Lumberjacks 3-2 in a game that has been very bizarre. So from Valka and Gleason, Danny, a combined 5 wild pitches and pass balls, a couple errors on the part, a catcher's interference, a couple errors on the part of the Lumberjacks, 3 hit batters, and 3 walks. I mean, what's going on, my friend?
Well, we were definitely wrong about how this game would go. These pitchers, both of them are struggling with the command, and I think they're both overthrowing, trying to strike everybody out. And that's going to lead to a lot of wild pitches and pass balls like we're talking about and hit batters. So, I don't know. We'll see if they can get it going.
Slight correction, ladies and gentlemen, a combined 4 walks. So Valka and Hendricks were a little late for their warm-ups. Now they're ready to go. Ryuyo Enomoto, Robbie Wheeler, and the leadoff man Pena will bat. First pitch out of the lineup from Valka, and a late swing and a foul ball from Enomoto. Well, let's see if Valka can pick up a shutdown inning. The Power scored twice in the first. And without recording a hit, the Jacks put up 2 of their own. The Power squeaked 1 across in the second on a wild pitch after loading the bases with nobody out. Valka deals, and that's lined in the left for a base hit. A rocket off the bat of Enomoto to start the second. 91 from the lefty Ryuyu. And as Robbie Wheeler will settle in, we'll look at the Power defensively. Luke Chernesky is the left fielder now. Chase Vincent playing center. Brandon Erb, the right fielder. Jack Paulson playing third. Xiao Pinho's at short. Danny Walsh, the second baseman. Nick Knowles playing first. Tyler Hendricks behind the plate, coming over from the Grizzly. And Valka, who deals the first pitch on the mound. The runner Enomoto took off, but the pitch is hit foul by Wheeler.
I think this inning is going to determine the rest of the day for Valka. He's got a chance to flush that last inning and come back this inning and deal.
Fortunately, with this being each of these pitchers having more innings, they should be a little more stretched out. A deep breath and a check on the runner, and Enomoto goes diving back. Wheeler comes in hitting .250, the couple doubles and 1 RBI. Valka's a long guy, but he holds runners reasonably well. The 0-1, the runner goes again. That pitch is hard in the left center. It chases Vincent back, still going towards the track. A leap at the wall, and it's gone. Over the 360 Ultimate Sports Bar sign. A 2-run homer for Robbie Wheeler. And it's given the Lumberjacks a 4-3 lead. His first homer and his second and third RBIs of the winter. That got out of here in a hurry. 94 off the bat, and it traveled 390 feet.
Yeah, that thing got caught up in the jet stream, Evan. Didn't seem like it was that deep at first, but, man, that was a long way.
And off the bat of the 9-man, too. So it's Pena's turn. He walked and scored in the first. The first pitch from Valka is outside. And action has started in the Power bullpen. Jimmy Welsher, the lefty, is loosening. 4-3 Jacks. No outs in the second. And the next pitch is swung on and missed by Pena. That was a good swing from Wheeler, though. He got all of it.
Well, yeah, Valka can throw hard, but if you can catch up to it and it's right over the plate, that ball will go a long way.
Couple shakeups from Valka, and now he deals breaking ball, and that hits Pena right in the backside. So he'll take his base. The second batter that Valka has hit in this game. And to go along with 3 walks. Still nobody out in the second, and the DH, Will Thomas, will hit. He got hit right in the hand by a pitch his only time up in the first, eventually came around to score. Pena inches off of first, a good lead. Valka ready, the leg kick, check swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. 0-1 to Thomas. Pena has stolen 2 bases, so you gotta be careful. And there he goes. The pitch is way inside. No throw down by Hendricks. Took a full effort from Tyler just to corral that inside pitch. So just like that, 3rd stolen base for Pena. And nobody out, a man in scoring position again for the Lumberjacks. They've already scored twice this inning on the 2-run homer by Robbie Wheeler. Welsher continues to loosen for the power. And Valka checks the runner, deals another breaking pitch, misses inside.
Well, you could see the frustration in Valka after the home run, and he hasn't stopped overthrowing.
Jacks lead the power 4-3, bottom of the second. The next pitch from Valka is fouled into the screen. And obviously Trey's pitch count is ticking up slowly but surely. Hoping he can, well, make Welsher stop warming up. The 2-2 is off the end of the bat, looped out to first base. Noel backpedals and makes the catch in foul territory. 1 away in the second. O'Hara will be the hitter. He popped out to first, his only at bat. Pena the man on second after being hit by a pitch. The breeze is picking up again, going right to left. Valka now closer to the third base side of the rubber. Deals a first pitch, popped up straight back and about 5 rows below us. Surprises a few more fans down there. I think that specific gentleman was looking at the roster of the game program. 0-1 the count. I was ready for that. I was ready, Danny.
Me too.
Valka, deep breath, set with the 0-1. Breaking ball just outside. Well, it was off the plate according to the box. Valka wanted it. 1-1 the count. Trying to work around any more trouble with a man on second, already allowing 2. His 1-1 delivery, check swing, called a strike at the knees. 2 runs for the Power in the first, 2 for the Jacks in their half, 1 for the Power in the second, and the Jacks 2 runs for now in the bottom of the second, and that's where we stand, 4-3. Next pitch is a breaking ball, rolled on the ground to short. Oh, awkward backhanded grab by Xiao Ho, and he fires across in time. That pitch was staying down and then took a Wrigley Field hop at the last second, and somehow Ho stayed with it. That could, up to third is Pena. That could have easily gone past the shortstop and led to another run.
Boy, does he have a strong arm, Evan. That was off of his back foot and a quick release.
As Arriola settles in. First pitch to him, breaking ball, and he swings and misses. We're used to seeing Bonaris at short. He's getting at least the first part of the day off. He has a strong arm. We've seen Ho play a lot of second, but that was pretty good. Valka is ready. The 0-1 to Arriola, off the hands and back into the screen. The Jacks looking for a third run this inning. They already lead 4-3. Pena looms at third, but Arriola behind 0-2. Valka trying to escape further damage. The 0-2, breaking ball just outside. Did not miss by much. Arriola steps out. Now he digs back in as some clouds start to cover the field. Valka comes set. Arriola waving the bat ever so slightly. The 1-2 pitch. Arriola out in front of another breaking ball. Second time he's gone down on strikes. Third punch out for Valka. But the Lumberjacks pick up their first hit of the morning, and it was a loud one. A 2-run homer from Robbie Wheeler, and that's where we stand. The Lumberjacks leading the Power 4-3 through 2 full on the CWL YouTube.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Top of the third in our first game of the morning. The Jacks leading 4-3. Connor Gleason goes back to work. One of these pitchers trying to pick up a shutdown inning. They're always tough to come by. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Power. Nick Knoll, Danny Walsh, and Brandon Erb. Jimmy Welsh for the Power, who was throwing in the bullpen last inning, has stopped for now. Right on right the matchup, Gleason, who's been out of the stretch exclusively, deals a breaking ball that misses up and in. 2 headline starters facing off. Neither one of them has been sharp. Gleason ready with a deep breath. Short leg kick. Back to the box by Knoll. Flag down by Gleason. Trots halfway to first. Underhand flip for the first out. With one away, it brings up Danny Walsh. He walked his only time up in the first. Couple practice hacks, adjust his batting gloves. Oh, a lot of color. The red batting gloves. He has the socks pulled up high, the black socks at that, and a gray helmet. Gleason ready. The first pitch to Walsh. Tries the breaking ball, misses up and in. So 1-0 the count. One away, Jacks lead the Power 4-3 with 1 out in the top of the third. Gleason's 1-0, does not have to feel that breaking ball, misses up and in. So 2-0 the count. As Walsh steps out again, both starters have taken their time between pitches, and the 2-0 delivery is in the dirt. Try the fastball, 3-0 to Walsh. I would think Danny will get a green light. Well, as he steps out, adjusts the batting gloves, touches his arm, touches his chest, waves the bat around a few times. He's ready. The 3-0 pitch. Looked like Walsh was taking all the way, and he takes a strike. So the flags in center are quiet, but the flags down the left field bullpen are going just about full tilt. A cool day. And the 3-1 delivery swung on and fouled to the right out of play into Sunrise Park. 3-2 the count. Well, Danny has his sweatshirt on up here. I have my jacket on. Partly cloudy day, 57 degrees, damp.
I got 2 layers on, Evan.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I should have done that. Gleason sets. The Jacks leading 4-3. And the 3-2 to Walsh, just barely outside. That could have gone either way. It's been a tight strike zone. So a 1-out base runner for the Power. The second walk issued by Connor Gleason to pair with 2 hit batters. Right on left the matchup, Herb the hitter. Standing on his front toe. Slow roller to the right side. Charging his Wheeler at second. And a wild throw to first. It goes to the power dugout. Up to third is Walsh. And Herb trying to get to second. The throw by the catcher Barker goes into left field. Coming across to score is Walsh. Good Lord. That was a disaster of a play. I swear, Brandon Herb just has the most interesting things happen when he puts the ball in play. So he's on base. All right, let's get this settled out. It's now 4-4. I assume that'll be an error all the way. The speed of Walsh made it tough. Guzman is the hitter. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Standing at second right now is Herb. First pitch is swung on and missed. They only had one play, the second baseman Wheeler did the first. So the first error by him allowed Herb to reach, and then the second error on Barker's throw to second allowed Walsh to come around and score. Next pitch from Gleason, up and away, 1-1.
You're right. I think when Brandon Herb's at the plate, a lot of funky stuff happens. I like the way he plays.
Open stance from Guzman. And the 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike. Now, granted, and Herb, when he was rounding first, stumbled, so he would have been a dead duck at second. 1 away, 4-4 is our score, top of the third. And the 1-2 pitch looked like it might have been a changeup that rides inside. Might be the first changeup we've seen all day from Gleason. No action in the Jacks bullpen, and it looks like Welsher is throwing again for the power. Herb at second with 1 away. The 2-2. At the knees for a called strike 3. Guzman stares back in disbelief. It was a good pitch according to the box. Now 2 away in the third as the game remains tied. And the catcher Hendricks will come up. Reached on a catcher's interference, his only time up in the second. 1 of 3 errors on the board for Oregon. A hit should score another run. Herb can fly at second. The first pitch is taken for a strike. Six strikeouts with 2 away in the third for Gleason, but a lot of traffic. The 0-1, Herb goes. Pitch misses down and away, but it kicks out of the glove of Barker. Stolen base for Herb. Puts him on third. Some very gentlemanly golf-like claps universally from the power dugout. They definitely have something going on with that. And like I said, Herb can fly. Gleason is ready. And the 1-1 swung on and missed by Hendricks. Only the first stolen base of the winter for Herb. I find that very surprising because he's been on base his share of times. The 1-2 at 2 away, breaking ball over the head of Hendricks. Gleason, fortunate. That could have easily been the third man he's plunked today. 4-4 is our score. 2 outs, top of the third. The Power have scored once. And the 2-2 delivery, swung on and missed by Hendricks. Barker will fire it down to first to finish off the strikeout. Gleason up to 7 punch-outs through 3. Another run scores for the Power thanks to some circus-like defense from Oregon. So we'll head to the bottom of the third. All knotted up at 4.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching. Rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom of the third, with a game tied at 4 between the Power and the Lumberjacks. And this game really has not gone the way any of us have expected it, with two of the frontline starting pitchers in the league. One of them for the Power, Trey Valka, is out after just 2 innings. Jimmy Welsher will take over for him. The 5'10", 170-pound left-hander. Well, he's been very good. 1-0, a .48 ERA. This will be his 7th game. 14 1/3 innings to his credit. 13 strikeouts, only 1 walk. And the line is done for Trey Valka. He went the first 2, allowed 4 runs, all of them earned. Only 2 hits, the 3 walks and 2 hit batters. Oh, they really killed him. 3 strikeouts. Yeah, just didn't have his command, was fighting the home plate umpire a bit, didn't seem to be on the same page as his catcher, Tyler Hendricks. Sometimes it's just not your day. And it's the case for any ball player, regardless of what level you're at or how talented you may be.
Yeah, I think he was just out of sorts today. Couldn't find the zone. It was a tight zone, and still is. But you're right. You know, you have those days in baseball where you just don't have all your stuff, and that'll happen.
Well, in the game, very much, well, we're knotted up. 5, 6, 7 for the Jacks, Bliscoe, Forrest, and Barker. Left on left the matchup. First pitch from Welsher is on the inside corner. Bliscoe walked his only time up in the first. The Power have scored twice in the first, once in the second and third. The Jacks twice in each the first and the second. Down and away, 1-1. Nobody has put up a 0 yet. Welsher set. Bliscoe awaits the 1-1. And he deals on the outside corner. Right on the outer black. With a pitch at 77 miles an hour. Welsher working much more quickly than Valka is already set. Out of the stretch exclusively. And the 1-2 breaking ball a little outside. That came in at 67. Well, now the flags at center going with the light breeze. We're feeling it a little in the press box. The 2-2 delivery, weak ground ball foul up the first base line, past the Power dugout. And that's Justin Rios, who's acting as the first base coach to retrieve the foul ball. And he tosses it back to one of the Power players. Welsher set his 2-2 again. That breaking pitch is popped up foul out of play to the left side and over the bleachers. Had some fans on the left side who didn't know where the ball was either, and they were covering their heads. Got to get in the game, guys. Got to get in the game. Welsher set. Bliscoe waits another 2-2. Lifted in the air to left. It's fairly well hit. Chernesky's over, and wow, that ball dropped foul. That was a ball that should have been caught. I don't know if Chernesky just misjudged it or the wind got a hold of it. It sliced the whole way off the left-handed bat of Bliscoe, but Chernesky just let it fall.
Yeah, you felt a big gust of wind there as that pitch was thrown. And I think it came towards us, so with the tail, that's a tough play to make.
Chernesky is already shaded towards the line. Bliscoe with new life. The 2-2 again, and that curveball misses high. A lot of deep counts all the way around. Welsher ready. Here's his 3-2. Lifted in the air to left center. Over is Vincent, who's playing towards right center. Chernesky's there too. Oh, and he makes a very awkward grab off to the side while backpedaling at the end. That turned into a difficult play, but one away.
Boy, did you see that baseball move from center to left field?
That is some crazy slice.
Started almost dead center and tailed all the way into left center.
Michael Forrest, the hitter, he walked his only time up in the first. First pitch from Welsher, swung on and missed. And, you know, I've spent a few years playing outfield, and I always thought playing left was way more difficult than right. Obviously, you want your stronger arms to be in right as Welsher's ready at the letters with his glove. His 0-1, and that's in the air to center. Vincent started back. Now he comes running in. He makes the call and the one-handed catch. So Vincent, who runs well, is able to recover. 2 away in the third, all knotted up at 4. But just the way the ball slices off the bat from lefties and the way right-handers really get a hold of it when they pull, I preferred playing right just the way the ball came off the bat. You ever spend much time in the outfield, Danny?
Not too much time, but I don't know which one I would prefer. I haven't really thought about it.
Left on left the matchup. First pitch to Barker is on the outer half for a strike. Welsher coming out of the bullpen for the third, trying to work a 1-2-3 inning to create some order in this game. The 0-1, slow curve in for a strike. As Barker steps out, Welsher with his baby blue glove, ahead 0-2. He's ready and deals. Fouled straight back to our left.
Well, if I had to choose, I think I would choose center. But if I had to choose between left and right, I think I would choose left.
My time in center was much more limited than the corner outfield spots. But I actually liked it better, the way the ball came at me. The 0-2 pitch, lifted out of play again to the left side. Look out, Sue, in the concession stands. Yeah, the slicing on the ball never seemed as crazy. I like the angle. It's the line drives right at you in center that really make it tough. The 0-2 again. A little outside. It did miss the plate according to the box. Now granted, Danny, the real problem was I could patrol the outfield, but I had a noodle arm throwing it from there to try and get anybody out. The 1-2 pitch popped straight up towards the second base side. Walsh comes in towards the infield grass, and he makes the two-handed catch. The first 0 put up by any pitcher through 3 full. Jimmy Welsher comes out of the bullpen and works a 1-2-3 bottom of the third. We'll head to the fourth, all knotted up at 4 between the Power and the Jacks. Top of the fourth at Palm Springs Stadium, and the top of the order for the Power. Vincent, Ho, and Paulson. Gleason will get back to work after going the first three, and there's action in the Jacks bullpen. Looks like Jensen Tsai, the sidewinder, warming up. Gleason's first pitch of the inning is a breaking ball in for a strike. Well, Vincent's had a very good winter, and he's 2 for 2 today. Just tattooed 2 different baseballs in his 2 chances. The 0-1 hit hard in the center. Actually, Chase going back on it and making a diving catch is Pena. He just stood there as if the ball was right at him, then had to recover at the last second. And Chase Vincent could have been running a long way if Pena didn't haul it in.
Well, that's what you were talking about last inning, Evan. Trying to field the ball in center when it's right at you. It's hard to, with the depth perception, to, handle those fly balls or line drives right at you.
So Xiaopin Ho, who came off a very good game against the Blue Sox, has struck out twice. First pitch from Gleason, breaking ball misses low. Ho has not been comfortable against Connor Gleason. For the Fours, our score, 1 out, top of the fourth. Gleason set at the belt, deals the 1-0. Ho fouls it into the screen. And we were also talking, too, about our time playing third base and how much I preferred going to my left, and you stood in the middle generally. Back towards the middle, under the legs. It might have hit off the legs of Gleason. Picked up by Wheeler, the second baseman, on the backhand, and he throws off balance to first. 2 up, 2 down for Gleason in the fourth. He's trying to answer Jimmy Welsher's 1-2-3 third. Did you prefer having hard throwers pitching when you were playing third, or a guy throwing slower?
No, I liked it slower because I would never get the ball hit to me with the fast pitchers. And in high school, I had all fast pitchers.
First pitch to Jack Paulson, misses up and in. Was it mostly right-handed batters that your pitchers were facing, or lefties then?
Mostly right-handed batters, yeah.
And they'd usually pull the ball when your pitchers were throwing harder?
No, they wouldn't. That's why I would never get the ball hit to me.
I understand. 1-1 to count, that breaking ball in for a strike.
When I did, it would be a breaking ball or somebody got jammed, and it'd be like a slow roller normally.
The 1-1 delivery with 2 away, and the breaking ball goes to the screen.
I had to wait for the relievers to come in to get action, really.
I see what you mean. Yeah, my travel ball and earlier high school days before I started running track was a ton of slow pitchers. And then I get rockets hit to me. The 2-1, back towards the middle, hit hard. Gleason has to do some dancing to get out of the way. Second baseman Wheeler fields and tosses the first. 1-2-3 inning for Connor Gleason. And 2 consecutive zeros on the scoreboard. Still knotted up at 4 as we head to the bottom of the fourth on the CWL YouTube.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Hamburgers all about.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Bottom of the fourth, in this tie game at 4, Welsher will get back to work for his second inning out of the bullpen. Ladies and gentlemen, on this date in Major League Baseball, February 9th, in 1920, the Joint Rules Committee banned all foreign substances or other alterations made to the ball by pitchers, which included saliva, resin, talcum powder, paraffin, whatever the heck that is, and shine and emery balls. A pitcher caught cheating will be suspended for 10 days. The American League allowed each club to name 2 pitchers on each team who would be allowed to use the spitball for 1 more season. First pitch from Welsher to the lefty Enomoto is a breaking ball over his head. In the National League, they allowed each club to name all the spitball pitchers that they wanted to use, but no pitcher other than those guys would be allowed to use it in 1920, and none after that season. Rolled on the ground to first, Nick Knoll picks it up and takes it to the bag himself. So Welstra has set down each of the first 4 men he's faced coming out of the power bullpen. So it's the 9th man, Wheeler's turn. He gave the Jacks a 4-3 lead with a 2-run homer in the second. That coming off of Valka. Left on right the matchup, Welsher working out of the stretch. First pitch, big swing from Wheeler, and he fouls it back. As another Jet takes off loudly from Palm Springs Stadium. Slightly open stance from Wheeler, and the 0-1 is rolled slowly over the third. Chance for Jack Paulson, he gathers, and he tosses it across the diamond. Couple ground ball outs and 2 away in the 4th. So it's the leadoff man Pena's turn. Walked and scored in the first, hit by a pitch in the second. The spitball too. Well, in recent years, you've had all the conflict with other ways to doctor the baseball. First pitch to the lefty Pena, misses inside. I actually had a conversation about this topic a few years ago with my athletic director, Bobby Valentine. The Bobby Valentine. Next pitch is lined in the left center. That's going to drop for a hit. Chase Vincent there to cut it off. So Pena's been on base all 3 times, and he's now 1 for 1. Still tied at 4 in the bottom of the 4th. The second man, Will Thomas, will hit. Hit by a pitch and scored in the first, popped out to first in the second. And of course, Valentine was playing in the 60s. He was a short-term athletic director when I was doing my master's at Sacred Heart University in Connecticut. As Welsher checks on the runner, Pena goes diving back. And I asked him about doctoring the basement. He goes, oh yeah, all sorts of that stuff was happening back then, but nobody cared. Next pitch is swung on and missed. So 0-1 the count. Yeah, the umpires were good with it. There's all sorts of creative ways to try and gain an edge in sports. The good old gamesmanship. Next pitch is swung on and missed by Will Thomas. He went after a high fastball. 0-2 the count, 2 away. Pena at first. A tie game at 4 in the bottom of the 4th. Sun now coming back out just a little after some clouds came over. The runner goes. The next pitch is swung on and missed. Thomas goes down on 3 pitches. First strikeout of the morning for Jimmy Welsher. So he's worked 2 clean innings out of the bullpen. No runs, a hit, and a man left for Oregon. We'll head to the 5th. At least for now, the pitching has settled in. And a new pitcher coming in for Gleason and the Jacks.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
we'll roll on to the top of the 5th at Palm Springs Stadium in our first game of the day. 4, 5, 6 coming up for the Power as we're knotted up at 4. Connor Gleason is done after just 4 innings. Chensin Tsai, the side-winding right-hander, will take over. 0-2, this is his 7th game, all out of the bullpen. He's gone 7 innings, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 13 hits. That's a good amount of hits over 7 innings. He's been touched up in a handful of his outings. So he comes in just like Jimmy Welsher in a very important spot, a tight game. And a big game, especially for the Lumberjacks. They come in a game and a half behind the first place Blue Sox in the American Division. All 8 teams make the playoffs, competing against their American and international division mates. The first pitch is a little upstairs. So Gleason's day is done. He went the first 4. He allowed 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 3 hits, 2 walks. He hit 2 guys, 7 punch-outs. Outside to Chernesky, 2-0 the count. Chernesky came in the first inning after Kramer was hit by a pitch and Pinon Lim pinch ran for him, so he struck out his only at-bat. Fouled straight back and just short of us. That's 3 or 4 now in this game that have only been a few rows short of the press box. 2-1 the count to Chernesky.
I feel like we got to get one foul ball eventually in here.
That's my goal. The 2-1 pitch goes behind Chernesky as he scoots out of the way of a breaking ball. That came in at 58. Oh, good hitters count. 3-1. Chernesky waits. Tsai out of the windup. Deals. Swung on and fouled just to the left of Nick Knoll waiting on deck. I mean, it only came off the bat 46 miles an hour, but when you're standing close, it looks a lot quicker than that. Knoll was chuckling with his teammates down there. Everybody's all right. The 3-2 to start the 5th is a little outside. Chernesky draws a walk. See what the Power can do with it. Tied up at 4. 3 hits for the Power, no errors. Only 2 hits for the Lumberjacks, 3 errors for them. Well, we're going to have a pinch runner. So Chernesky will exit, and Zach Gomia will take over. A little more speed out there. Nick Knoll, the hitter, 1 for 2 with a single in the first. The first pitch, check swing, and a called strike. So that's the 4th different player to be in the cleanup spot for the Power today. There goes Gomia. The pitch is looped out towards second base. This could be a double play. Wheeler makes the catch. Plenty of time to throw back to first to retire Gomia. I don't know if that was a straight steal or a hit and run was on. Gomia did not realize the pitch was popped up right away, and that turned into an easy double play for Robbie Wheeler. And just like that, 2 outs, nobody on for the Power. Well, that's one way to kill a rally. Danny Walsh, the hitter, and he takes a first pitch up and in. Walsh has walked each of his first 2 appearances, and he scored in the 3rd. Tied at 4. Next one on the outside corner. Walsh adjusts his batting gloves and his pant leg. Some similar stuff that I used to do as a former player. Gotta love your routine, as the 1-1 from the sidewinder is in the dirt. More action in the Power bullpen. Well, there's somebody down there wearing 51, and I don't have a 51. Looks like it's Yuda Shui down there, as the next pitch is lifted in the air to right center. Enomoto and Pena into the alleyway, and it's the center fielder Jonathan Pena who makes the catch. Well, Chensin Tsai comes in for Gleason, and he faces the minimum in the 5th, aided by a double play ball on a pop-up. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Still knotted up at 4.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice.
Welcome back to the broadcast, baseball fans. Bottom of the 5th, knotted up at 4 between the Power and the Jacks. Each team put up their combined 8 runs through the first 2.5. 0 since. Welsher deals the first pitch outside to Kazuya Ohira. Jimmy Welsher working his 3rd inning out of the bullpen. His next pitch, check swing outside. The 3rd man in the order, Ohira, 0 for 2. Bounced out to short his last time up in the 2nd. Entering the late stages of this 7-inning game, Welsher out the stretch misses high, so a 3-0 count to Ohira. You'd love to get a leadoff base runner at this point. Arriola waits on deck, and the 3-0 is upstairs. So Chernesky drew a 4-pitch walk for the Power to start their half of the 5th, and Ohira does the same thing for the Jacks. The first walk issued by Welsher and just his 2nd base runner. Arriola will bat. He struck out twice, both coming against Trey Valka, the starter. Good lead from Ohira. The first pitch from the lefty is high. Well, I guess it was high. It was close. It's been a tight strike zone the entire morning. The second baseman Walsh playing towards the second base bag, and the next offering, that's called high. Now granted, Hendricks did not exactly receive that pitch in a way to help his pitcher get the called strike. Big hole on the right side. Ohira, who runs well with a good lead, and there he goes. The pitch is swung on right off the mask and the chest protector of Tyler Hendricks, and he goes staggering a bit. He stands just a bit doubled over. You hope he just got the wind knocked out of him. He picks up his mask, walks around home plate, he puts the mask back on, and he looks to be all right. Very tough to play catcher. Very, very tough.
Yeah, you got to be willing to take shots like that, and they don't feel good.
And Ohira had a very good jump, but has to go back due to the foul ball. 2-1 the count to Arriola. And Welsher will toss over the first as Ohira goes in standing up. Kazuya Ohira has not stolen a base this winter. The 2-1, the runner does not go. Arriola swings and pops it up foul, right side out of play, as it rattles around the back of the bleachers and goes tumbling down the steps. And there's a lady with a nice hat on who's going to retrieve the foul ball. She tries, nope, she can't get it. Not the strongest effort, but there's Kenny who picks it up and tosses it to her, and then she gives it back to Kenny, who gives it to another gentleman. Where's Williams? This time he's not playing for anybody. He's just strolling around the bleachers. 2-2 the count, and Welsher deals. Oh, here it goes. Arriola lines it into left. It's right at Gomia, who's the new left fielder. Throwback to first is in time for the second straight inning. A failed hit and run on a ball in the air leads to a double play. Zach Gomia, the new left fielder, taking over for Chinesky after a pinch running for him. And there's 2 away in the 5th. I swear, the mirroring from this game, one team to another, and there's a baseball that's entered the field in center. The home plate umpire saw it. I really wonder where all these baseballs come from, because they're not coming in a direction that would indicate it's from the turf field. Wonder if there's some kind of random hooligan who just likes to toss baseballs onto the diamond. Brian's accusing our scorekeeper, Jesse. We'll get Tyler on him. First pitch to the lefty, Chris Bliscoe, is called a strike. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 5th, and a tie game at 4. Jesse would not stand a chance against Tyler Hughes. The next one is popped up. Short left field, Gomia. He can't find it, and now he does find it. And he makes a 2-handed catch. So Welsher faces the minimum once again in the 5th. He's faced the minimum through 3 innings out of the pen. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning. Deadlocked at 4 between the Power and the Jacks.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
As we get ready for the top of the 6th in this tie ball game at 4, to keep up to date with everything California Winter League, follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at California Winter League and on Twitter at Cal Winter League, or visit our website at californiawinterleague.com. Well, after nothing but base runners and wild pitches, passed balls, and everything you can basically name to get on base, we're tied at 4, and the pitching has restored things. Brandon Erb swings the first pitch and hits it way up there to right. Ryuyu Enomoto comes running in to make the catch. And the second baseman, Robbie Wheeler, goes tumbling down onto his back. He loses his hat. Jokes around a bit with his teammates. Not used to seeing guys fall over when they don't have anything to do with the play anymore. You gotta love having fun at the ballpark. So Brandon Erb retired. Christopher Guzman will hit. Right on right the matchup. Chen Sin-sai working his second inning out of the pen. Throws inside. Guzman hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Struck out his last time up. The 1-0 pitch is outside. Sai walked the leadoff man when he came in for the 5th, but he was erased on a pop-up double play. The 2-0 to the right-hander, and Guzman comes up empty. Tied at 4. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 6th. Sai working quickly, and the 2-1. Guzman swings and misses again.
I think the power hitter's got to take advantage of getting ahead in the count on Sai.
The 2-2 is up and away, 3-2 the count.
You can get ahead in the count on a pitcher like Cy, who doesn't throw as hard. You know, he's going to have to put an easy one over the plate.
And the 3-2 delivery is on the inside corner for a called strike 3. The second time Guzman has gone down looking. He didn't like it. 2 outs in the 6th. Tyler Hendricks will now bat. 0 for 2 today. Strikeout in the 3rd, reaching on catcher's interference in the 2nd. And there's action in the Jacks bullpen. Shinichi Suzuki warming up, and the first pitch gets a piece of Hendricks. As he trots slowly to first, a 2-out base runner for the Power. I'll have to count it real quick. I think that's the 5th, at least the 5th hit batter between both teams. So 3 Power players have been hit by pitches. And, and 2 Jacks. So 5 total. First pitch, the leadoff man Vincent in for a strike. 2 for 3 with a couple singles, 3 rockets off the bat of Chase. Hendricks the runner on first, a short lead, and Vincent takes outside. I wasn't lying when things were a bit ugly this morning. 5 hit batters, even more walks, a catcher's interference, 3 errors for the Jacks. But we stand tied at 4, and the game down to the bullpens. Cy with the glove at face level steps off. Perhaps not a fan of what Barker was putting down behind the plate. The 1-1, down and away. Suzuki continues to throw in the Jacks bullpen. And there's action in the Power bullpen again. Looks like Yu-Da Shui warming up again. The 2-1 delivery is off the hands, popped up behind home plate. That's going to get out of play. Whoa, heads up down there. A few older folks had a ball bounce up right along them. These fans are really not paying enough attention, Danny. Somebody's going to get hurt sooner or later.
Well, it seemed like that gentleman down there knew it was coming but didn't move.
2-2 the count, 2 away, tie game at 4, and the next pitch, the curveball that's outside. So Hendricks at first will be off on the pitch. Honestly, my dad would have been the same way. He's an older gentleman. He served in Vietnam. Nothing would faze him. The 3-2 is fouled straight back as the runner goes. The running joke in my family is my dad is too stubborn for a baseball to hurt him if it got a piece of him. Vincent awaits the 3-2. Cy is set, and the pitch again. Rolled past the diving Areola to the right side. Hendricks, who is running, will go to third. The ball's bobbled by Anamoda in right, and up to second is Vincent. And they better get the ball in. They throw it back to third, not in time, as Hendricks goes diving back. That'll be the 4th error of the day for the Lumberjacks, allowing Vincent to get up to second. And Chase Vincent is 3 for 4. And now Xiaopin Ho. It has not been a good day for him. Came in the 10th leading hitter in the league, 0 for 3 with 2 punch-outs. But 2 men in scoring position, he takes inside. A single should score 2, tied at 4. First base is open with Paulson waiting on deck. Cy out of the windup, the 1-0, taken for a called strike. 1-1 to Ho. Here's the pitch from Cy, check swing inside. 2-1 the count. Vincent at second, Hendricks at third. Cy retired each of the first 2 men this inning, a hit batter and a single with an error. The 2-1. Up and away, 3-1. Well, let's see. Will Cy opt to give Ho a good pitch to hit? The 3-1 delivery with 2 away. Check swing. Called a strike. Bit of a pitcher's pitch. 3-2 the count to Xiaopin Ho. Cy deals. Men on second and third in a tie game. Rolled on the ground to short. Handled by O'Hara. Plenty of time to throw across to get Ho. So the Power put up a bit of a rally with 2 outs, but they leave 2 in scoring position. We're through 5.5 on the CWL YouTube. The Lumberjacks see if they can break this 4-4 tie with the Power.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Bottom of the 6th in this tie game at 4 between the Power and the Jacks. Yu-Da Shui, the second man out of the bullpen for the Power. His 7th game, over 9 innings, a 3.88 ERA, 5 strikeouts. And again, keep an eye on the 11 walks. He threw a clean inning yesterday in the loss to the Blue Sox, allowing just 1 hit, not walking anybody. Comes in a high leverage spot. He'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Oregon, Forrest, Barker, and Enomoto. So Valka started, went the first 2. Jimmy Welsher went the next 3. And we'll see if Shui will try and finish off the game. There's a good chance he might. There's a few guys stretching and sitting in the Power bullpen. As Shui finishes up his warm-ups. Power looking for a win. They need one after losing 2 straight. Jockeying for playoff positioning in the American Division. And the Jacks trying to keep pace with the Blue Sox, who refuse to lose. A short meeting on the mound. Forrest walked in the first, flew out to center in the third. Shui ready to go. He works out the stretch with that high leg kick. Glove at the head level, just like Bronson Arroyo. And the first pitch, and a very, and I mean very awkward swing and a miss by Forrest. Definitely did not get a good look at that pitch. 0-1 the count, tied at 4 to start the home half of the 6th. Next pitch from Shui is outside. That came in at 80. Shui will sit about 78 to 81 with the heater. Very deliberate on the mound. And the 1-1, Forrest out in front. Misses a fastball, 1-2 the count.
Yeah, Shui doesn't throw the hardest, but big, tall, lanky angle coming at you. Definitely a different look for the hitter.
Shinichi Suzuki continues to loosen in the Jacks bullpen. The 1-2 pitch is fouled at the plate, off the shin guard of Tyler Hendricks. Well, looks like somebody from the Power is going to start throwing. Fuwan Jiang. So action in both bullpens. 1-2 the count to start the 6th, tied at 4. The breeze has stopped at the ballpark, and the pitch from Shui. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt, and it kicks away from Hendricks to the backstop, so Forrest will reach. We'll see how it's scored, whether it's a wild pitch or a passed ball. So now Barker will hit. Go ahead run at first. short lead at first from Forrest. Well, he inches off a little further. The infield for the Power looks to turn 2. The first pitch is up and outside to Barker, who struck out in the first, popped out to second in the third. So Schway having to work around some trouble, and he checks on the runner at first. Forrest goes back in standing up. An overcast, well, partly cloudy day. There goes the runner. Pitch taken upstairs. The throw by Hendricks will be late. Stolen base from Forrest. A pretty good throw from Hendricks. Go ahead run in scoring position for Oregon. Wasn't a super big lead by Forrest, nor was it the best jump, but he still got in there with plenty of time to spare. His second stolen base of the winter. Good lead at second, nobody holding him, and the 2-0 is hit softly out to second. Nice big room service hop for Walsh, and he gets the out at first. Forrest up to third. With one away, it brings up Ryuyu and Emoto. 1 for 2, a single and a run scored in the second. And the Power have to bring the infield all the way in. 1 out, bottom of the 6th in this 7-inning game. Final week of the CWL regular season. Enomoto set everybody on the grass. And the first pitch to the lefty, a little high. And you definitely have to go after Enomoto. Wheeler, who homered earlier in the game, waits on deck. Relievers in both bullpens continue to throw. And the 1-0 from Schway, and that's called high. Well, the box had it high. It's been a hitter-friendly strike zone the entire morning. Schway is set. Out of the stretch, the 2-0 delivery is swung on and fouled at the plate. Really good crowd, too, for our first game. And for a Friday. Usually we get the biggest crowds on the weekends, and for the second game at that. As Enomoto stepped out to give the catcher Hendricks an extra moment. Tie game at 4. Forrest at third after reaching on a strikeout wild pitch to start the inning and stealing a base. 2-1 the count with the drawn-in infield. The pitch from Schway, up and outside.
Well, it wouldn't be the worst thing to walk a batter here, get the double play in order, but definitely would like to have Wheeler come up with 2 outs.
The 3-1's in the dirt, and fortunate for the Power, that got a piece of the leg of Enomoto. That's never comfortable. That pitch came in at 81. And you hope it got more of the fatty part of the shin. Not that there is much fat there to begin with. Puts men on first and third with 1 out. And out comes the Power manager, Stan Clyburn. And he takes the ball from Schway. We are going to have a pitching change. Schway exits. Jung coming in. And we'll be right back.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
As Brian is getting creative with the music right next door with the newer Taylor Swift hit going. New pitcher on the mound, Fu Wan Jiang, takes over for Yu Da Shui. Men on first and third with one out. Forrest started the inning, reaching on a strikeout wild pitch, stole a base, advanced to third on the ground ball. He's at third. And Ryoyo Enomoto was just hit by a pitch a second ago. This is Jung's seventh game, 6.65 ERA, comes in 0-1. 2 saves to his credit over 13 and 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts and 6 walks. He has a tough matchup against the ninth man Robbie Wheeler, who hit a 2-run homer in the second. That gave the Jacks a 4-3 lead at the time. Middle infield set up for 2, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. A fly ball should give the Jacks the lead. 2 runs for each team in the first, the Power with 1 in the second, Jacks 2 more in the second, and the Power with 1 in the third. All 0 since. The 0-1 rolled on the ground to the left side. Gloved by Paulson, the second for 1, back to first, in time. It only took 2 pitches, and around the horn double play started by Jack Paulson, and the Power escape the jam and keep the tie in place. Still deadlocked at 4 and 7 consecutive zeros on the scoreboard. We'll be right back for the top of the 7th.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Top of the last in our first game of the day on the California Winter League YouTube. Knotted up at 4 between the Power and the Jacks. Well, a game that was set up to be a headline pitchers matchup turned out to be anything but that. The bullpens have really been the stars on the mound. A game tied at 4, only 6 combined hits. 4 errors on the board, 6 combined hit batters. And we have a new pitcher. The Japanese right-hander Shinichi Suzuki takes over for the Jacks. And he's been excellent. His 7th game all out of the pen. An ERA of 1. 3 saves in 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, and 6 walks. And he'll face Jack Paulson, who just started the inning-ending around the horn double play. The Jacks had men on first and third with 1 out. Could not cash in. Suzuki out of the stretch. Paulson swings the first pitch and rolls it foul towards the third base side. Paulson 0 for 3 with an RBI on a ground out. The Power with only 4 hits and the Jacks just 2. Suzuki ready, glove at the letters. And he deals in the dirt. A bizarre game to go with two guys who have reached on strikeout wild pitches, a catcher's interference. Haven't even counted the walks. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on off the end of the bat, looped into center. It's not deep. And lining it up is Jonathan Pena, who puts it away. Quickly one out. And it brings up Zach Gomia. It's his first at bat of the day. He came in as a pinch runner for Luke Chernesky in the 5th, stayed in to play left field. Not sure if this game will go to extras if it comes to it. There's no action in either bullpen. First pitch to Gomia misses inside.
I would think that they would end the game today. It's already kind of a long game.
And the 1-0 delivery. Gomia out in front as he comes up empty. Zach comes in 3 for 17 with a couple doubles. Yeah, that's a good point that you mentioned, Danny. You want to try and keep the day as on schedule as you can with another game scheduled at 12:30. The 1-1 is a breaking ball that misses in the dirt. That came in at 56. That is a slow breaking ball. Well, there's the Jack starter Gleason working out a bit with the stretch band in the bullpen. The 2-1 with one out. Gomia lines that one in the left. Forrest started in. He goes back and he can't get it. He waves his glove at it. And it's going to go to the wall. Gomia flies into second. He's going to head for third. The throw by O'Hara is not in time. On a misjudged line drive, a one-out triple by Zach Gomia. It was a good relay from Forrest to the shortstop O'Hara. Too much speed from Zach, and the go-ahead run is on third in the top of the 7th.
Man, when Gomia came around second base, it looked like he was going to be dead at third base. But he's got wheels, man. He was in there by a step at least.
Nick Knoll, the batter, the Jacks infield all the way in. Tied at 4, top of the 7th. And the first pitch from Suzuki. Swung on and popped up. Right side, Arriola over towards the dugout. Does he have room? He does not as the ball drops into the powered dugout. What's going on here? You have the first base umpire who's doing some kind of circular motion with his hand. Oh, he's talking to his partner. A very animated conversation. 0-1 the count, the infield still in. Knoll with new life. Gomia looms at third. Slide step from Suzuki, down and away. And you have Danny Walsh waiting on deck. Still two dangerous hitters. I would think the Jacks would want to go after Knoll. The 1-1 in this tie game. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Knoll does not like it as he steps out. Shaking his arms out, he digs back in. 1-2 the count. Gomia at third after tripling. With a drawn-in infield. Suzuki could use a strikeout. His 1-2 delivery. In the dirt, and a good play by Barker to keep it around him. There have been plenty of wild pitches and pass balls to go around. And Gomia runs well. Suzuki set. Knoll awaits the 2-2 pitch with one out. Here it is from Suzuki. Inside, and it gets a piece of the arm of Knoll. That puts men on first and third with one away, and the dangerous Danny Walsh will come to the plate. 0 for 1 with a couple walks and a run scored.
Well, that's not the worst thing that can happen. Now the double play's in order with only an out, so I think normally you would walk that guy if this wasn't a developmental league.
O'Hara and Wheeler, the middle infielders, back to turn 2. First pitch to Walsh. And he's out in front, comes up empty. Walsh has been an all-star, especially in the field, held his own with the bat. Tie game at 4. A fly ball should give the Power the go-ahead run. Knoll with a short lead off first, and the next pitch misses high. Both dugouts quiet as they've been throughout the game. Everybody on both sides, either at the top railing or sitting in a chair in front of their dugouts. Walsh has not recorded an RBI this season. Next pitch, down and away. Good play by Barker. Nearly went full extension on that pitch in the dirt to his right, just to spear it. 2-1 the count with one away. Both middle infielders playing way up the middle for the Jacks. The breeze picks up again, going right to left as the clouds roll in. The 2-1, lined into left field. That's going to drop for a hit. Gomia will coast to the plate. Stopping at second is Noel. Danny Walsh delivers the go-ahead base hit, and it's now 5-4 Power in the seventh. The first RBI of the winter for Walsh. And what a big hit at that. He didn't hit it all that hard, but he found the right spot. And the Power still with a chance for more. Brandon Erb, the hitter, reached on an error in the third, 0 for 3 overall. First pitch to him is a breaking ball inside. The Jacks set up to turn two. Noel at second, Walsh at first. Suzuki set with the 1-0. He kicks and deals way inside, nearly hit the leg of Erb. Now 2-0 the count. No action in either bullpen still. This inning will be left to Shinichi Suzuki. As he's set, checks the runner once. Here's the 2-0 on the outside corner.
A big spot for Erb. Trying to get some insurance here. Would be really nice.
Suzuki comes set again. Erb waving the bat around ever so slightly. Shortly to second for Noel, and Erb out in front of that next one as he bangs the front of his helmet a few times. He wants that one back. 2-2 the count as Erb steps out. And now he'll re-engage. Suzuki comes set. First and second one away, the Power leading 5-4. The 2-2, Erb swings and misses again. He's down on strikes, 2 outs in the seventh. And it's Christopher Guzman. Hit by a pitch and scored in the second, and he's struck out twice. Power still with a chance for more. The outfield playing medium depth. Nick Knoll does not run extremely well at second. Suzuki looks at him 3 times, though. The first pitch to Guzman is taken for a strike. So 0-1 the count. The pace is really slowed down. The Power have already scored once thanks to a Danny Walsh single. Right down the middle for strike 2. Oh, 0-2 the count. Guzman going with no batting gloves. And Suzuki's ready again. Guzman waving the bat around. And the 0-2 pitch. Nearly got a piece of the head of Guzman as he goes ducking out of the way. What are we at? 7, 8 hit batters. Came close to another one.
Well, I've lost count, Evan.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Almost as many hit batters as hits for both teams. Suzuki's ready. Here's his 1-2. That's low, in and out of the glove of Barker. 2-2. Noel at second, Walsh at first. And Suzuki is ready. He worked ahead of Guzman 0-2, and now the count's back even. The 2-2 delivery down and away, so the runners will be off. Now a base hit will surely give the Power a 2-run lead.
A huge opportunity for both sides. get some insurance if you're the Power, and limit the damage if you're Suzuki after the big strikeout.
As more fans continue to pile in, waiting for our second game. 3-2, top of the 7th. The Power have already scored runs. The pitch, the runners go. Fouled at the plate. It kicked away from Barker in and out of his glove. For some reason, he went after the pitch even though it was a foul ball. We could hear it from up here. So the runners go back and we'll do it again. 6 hits for the Power, 2 for the Jacks. Yet we sit at a 1-run game, 5-4 Power. Suzuki ready again. Good at bat from Guzman. The 3-2. Breaking ball way inside. Nope, they're going to say it actually did get a piece of Guzman. Just grazed his jersey. Another hit batter will load the bases with 2 outs. And it's the 9th man, Hendricks, who quickly takes his catcher's gear off. Danny, I'd love to see a count of the amount of hit batters.
Well, I'll count them up for you.
I appreciate it, buddy. I know it might take you a second. Guzman at first, Walsh at second, and Knoll at third. Hendricks, who's been on base twice. First pitch, inside. Reached on catcher's interference in the second, hit by a pitch in the 6th.
8 total hit by pitches in this ballgame.
Yep, and we sit at 8 combined hits between both teams. Told you guys it was a lot. The 1-0, outside 2-0 the count. Well, there's nowhere to put Hendricks, and Chase Vincent waits on deck. And Vincent has seen the ball very well today. As another jet loudly goes soaring above us into the mountains. The 2-0 from Suzuki. Big bending curveball, and it's called outside. That came in at 52. So 3-0 to Hendricks, who I would imagine will take all the way. And there's a couple Jacks players trotting down to the bullpen. Suzuki running into some command issues. He's already allowed 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs, the 3-0. That's in for a strike. Kobe Edwards will start. Nope, not Kobe Edwards. He's the one protecting. It's somebody wearing some sweats over his jersey warming up. 3-1 the count. Bases loaded for the Power. Here's the pitch from Suzuki. Swing and a miss. And Hendricks went after a pitch way out of the zone. 3-2 the count. Maybe a changeup from Suzuki. The runners will be off. Suzuki working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. The runners go. The 3-2 to Hendricks. Fouled straight back.
Well, it's hard not to get caught out in front as a hitter against Suzuki, especially on his breaking balls. Got to stay back.
Another deep count. Bases loaded, 2 away. The Power have already scored once. 5-4. The pitch again. Breaking ball right there for a called strike 3. Hendricks knew it. And that finally retires the side. But Danny Walsh comes up big with an RBI single. And that gives the Power a 5-4 lead. Last chance for the Lumberjacks coming up as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the last in our first game of the day. The Power took a 5-4 lead in their half of the 7th. Top of the order coming up for the Lumberjacks. Pena, Thomas, and O'Hara as the last chance. We've had a couple games go to extra innings in the California Winter League. Most of the time in the regular season, they'll just end in a tie depending on pitcher availability. I would think that'll be the case today, especially with a second game waiting. We'll have to see. Fuwan Jiang working his second inning out of the bullpen. He's in line for the win if he's able to finish things off. Jiang stranded a runner at third his last inning. Pena has singled, walked, and been hit by a pitch. He's been on base all 3 times. The first pitch from Jiang misses outside. A game that has been slow at times and very deliberate. Some really good, a little bit of bad, and some more ugly. That's sometimes what you get in baseball as the next pitch misses low. 2-0 the count to Pena as a helicopter now goes soaring above the field. Busy day in the air. The 2-0, down and away, 3-0. We'll see if Pena takes all the way. The clouds come back over Palm Springs Stadium.
A big opportunity if they can get Pena on base.
Discounted ballpark margaritas. 2 for Tuesdays with 2 tickets for the price of 1, along with Locals Wednesdays for Coachella Valley residents and out-of-towner Thursdays for out-of-town U.S. residents, both with $5 admission. Come catch winter baseball and cash in on great deals. Visit CaliforniaWinterLeague.com for more information and the stadium box office for tickets. 0-1 the count to Will Thomas, who's 0 for 2 with a hit-by pitch. Power looking to turn 2. Big hole on the right side as time is called by the batter Thomas. Still a fantastic view with the San Bernardino Mountains in the distance. Next pitch from Jiang, down and away. 1-1 the count. And there is action in the Power bullpen. That's Konjiro Kujimoto. The next pitch is slowly hit foul up to the third base line. David Peterson. Fundamental two-handed grab. 1-2 the count. The Power lead the Jacks 5-4. Tying run at first base for Oregon. Outfield playing straight up, except for Chase Vincent. He's playing pretty deep in center. Kind of no doubles as time is called again by the batter Thomas. No pitch clock at the CWL. The breeze continues to go right to left as Jiang comes set. Short lead from Pena. The 1-2 is behind the batter Thomas to the backstop, and Pena jogs up to second. That might have missed a foot behind Will Thomas. Not remotely close.
I don't know if I've ever been or witnessed a baseball game with this many wild pitches and walks and hit batters.
The command has been rough at times, regardless of who has been on the mound. 2-2 to Thomas. Tying run at second, and a fastball a little high. And granted, part of it has been it's been a much tighter zone, but we've seen some bad misses. 3-2 the count. The second baseman Walsh keeping Pena close, who has a good lead at second. And now he goes back a couple steps as timeout is called again. I give Thomas a lot of credit, not liking the amount of time Jiang is taking. No limit on how many times you can call time or step off the mound. Jiang checks the runner, his 3-2, upstairs again. Back-to-back walks to start the 7th. The winning run is now aboard for the Lumberjacks. And you have a dangerous hitter, Kazuya O'Hara. He walked his last time up in the 5th, 0 for 2 overall. We have not been seeing bunts late in this game. And what's going on here? Time is called. Peterson is staring at the dugout. I wonder if he's going to send a pinch runner out there. Thomas is going, wait, you mean me? But I want to run the bases. Well, now he comes trotting off. And there goes a pinch runner out there. That's C.J. Mervelis, who will be the runner at first.
Pinch running for the Lumberjacks, number 2, C.J. Mervelis.
Bit of an interesting strategy, opting to put the speedy guy at first, representing the winning run instead of at second. So we're ready to go. O'Hara with that open stance, like a right-handed Anthony Rizzo, takes a first pitch outside from Fu Wanjiang. 1-0 the count. Tying run at second, winning run at first. The Power clinging to a 5-4 lead. The 1-0 swung on, looped out to right. Herb was playing shallow, comes sprinting in, and he makes the catch. Pena is going to tag from second. The throw to third is high and way off line. It goes to the fence. Pena will try to score. The throw by Paulson on one hop. It gets away from Hendricks, and it goes to the dugout. Mervelis going to come around. He's going to score. This game is over just like that. Errors abound, 2 separate from the Palm Springs Power. Herb made a nice play from right to make the catch. Pena tagged from second. The throw was high and over the third baseman Paulson's head. Zach Gomia is arguing with the umpire about the ball being out of play. Then Pena came to score. The throw from Jack Paulson skipped into Tyler Hendricks and got away from him, and that was enough time for the speedy pinch runner C.J. Mervelis to come all the way around from first to finish this game. What in the world did we just watch? The Jacks win 6-5 in a game that only had 8 combined hits, just as many hit by pitches, a combined 6 errors, 2 catcher's interferences, a bunch of walks all over the place. Danny has his work cut out for him with doing all this scoring, I can tell you guys that much. A game that was meant to be a pitcher's duel with 2 of the headline guys turned into anything but that. Great bullpen pitching. Danny Walsh would have been the hero initially, giving the Power a 5-4 lead. Ultimately, it ends in a walk-off. I guess 2 errors was the fitting way for this to conclude. On behalf of my partner Danny Maha and Brian Yantelson in the PA announcer's booth, I'm Evan Schmeizer, signing off for now. We'll be back in just about a half hour for our second game of the day. The British Columbia Bombers will take on the Canada A's. Right back here on the CWL YouTube. So long for now. The Lumberjacks win their 3rd straight, 6-5 over the Power, who lose their 3rd straight.